Hi, my name is Jess, and this is my path. I grew up in Dresher, Pennsylvania, which is a suburb located about 35 minutes from Philadelphia. I moved here from Center City when I was 2. My neighborhood was filled with kids my age, and we all grew up playing outside and making up games together. And I have a really close relationship with my parents and my sister, and it was really nice to be home and spend time with them over the last few months. I went to Thomas Fitzwater Elementary School where I had some teachers I really loved and some that I really didn't mesh with. I was the kid that needed silent gestures for when I had to stop talking and singing. So, thinking about why I got along with certain teachers and not with others was when I first got interested in teaching. Throughout elementary and middle school, there was a field trip we would take at least twice a year to Robbins Park, which is an environmental education center. And we would go to the park and spend the day experiencing what we were learning in class. We would do activities to reduce, reuse, and recycle. We would spend time in the greenhouse that was there. We would go bird watching. I also remember tapping maple trees and collecting the syrup, and we would go on scavenger hunts looking for animals and plants, and it was always really fun and interesting. And I had much more fun experiencing science than sitting in a classroom learning about it, and I personally really like hands-on learning. I've spent my summers growing up in Ventnor, New Jersey. My whole family loves taking walks on the beach, and we used to have competitions for who could collect the best shells. And because I spend so much time on the beach, I really liked marine life and would explore the seaweed and the sand crabs and whatever else washed up on the beach. Or I'd dig holes, and I would always try to figure out how the holes would always fill back up with water. And I always asked if we could go to the aquarium, and I loved being able to touch the smaller animals in the tanks that you could pet the animals. In my freshman and sophomore year of high school at Upper Dublin High School, I had the opportunity to work with preschool students in the Head Start program through my child development classes. This was the first time I got to develop lesson plans and got to teach real students, and I also got to work with students that didn't speak English as their first language. And I really loved this experience, and it's what made me decide I definitely wanted to teach. And then in my junior and senior years of high school, I participated in a program called FLES, which stood for Teaching Foreign Language in the Elementary Schools. And I had the opportunity to go into each of the elementary schools in my township and teach Spanish to kindergartners. So I've known I've wanted to teach and possibly do something with ESL or Spanish for a long time. In high school, I was also in a program called the Friendship Circle, where I got to spend time with students with special needs, and that was really awesome. And I love that. So I thought special ed might also be a possibility for me in the future. When I was applying to college, I found the CASE program, and I knew it was what I wanted to do when I went to college. I thought all of the experience I would get was really exciting. When I toured Pitt, I didn't really love it, but the program was enough for me to commit to the school. And Pitt's definitely grown on me a lot since when I toured. And when the winters aren't super nasty, I really like it here. On a beautiful day, I really enjoy it. And this is a video of me and Kathy on a beautiful day in Pittsburgh. Big smiles for sunny days in Kathy. Um, Something exciting and interesting about me is that I really love to travel. I went to Florence with the CASE program going into my junior year of college, and after studying abroad, another CASE student named Amanda and I traveled to 13 different European cities in 16 days. We were in Spain, we were in France, we were in London, we went back to Italy, we were all over the place. And recently, I've also been to Mexico, Costa Rica, and Israel. And this is a video of a woman singing to this couple in Venice. It was really beautiful. And finally, my placement for this fall is at Beechwood Elementary School in a 4th grade class. My junior year, I got to do my service learning project at Beechwood and had so much fun with those students. And I'm really excited about getting to go back and work with that school again. I'm a little nervous for 4th grade because I haven't really worked with students that old before. I really like working with younger students. All the campers I've ever had were, as a counselor, were like 4 years old, and kindergartens I think is my sweet spot. But I think it's all going to be fun and all going to be a good learning experience, and I'm hopeful that this class will help me with virtual teaching. So I'm really looking forward to class, and I hope we have a great semester.